again. Yes, I'm back. And Michelle's back with me as well today. And this is the last live we're going to do before the Feed Your Soul 2024 Wellbeing event on Saturday. So if you've managed to catch the previous shows, thank you so much, and do say hello that you have managed to catch them. This is your first time. We're going to tell you all about the event. And even if you have watched it before, you'll probably find that it's going to be completely different anyway with what we say. So you might even find out more information. So without further ado, I'm actually going to introduce you to Michelle, who literally has organised the whole thing. And it's on her horse yard. She's runs Kent Equine Facilitated Learning, a non-for-profit charity. So I'm going to let Michelle, I'm going to hand over to Michelle just to start.
Don't have a script, do I? So just thanks again, Ray, for organising these lives. There are actually when people that are coming to the Wellbeing Day, Feed Your Soul, brilliant. There's going to be more than me and Ray there.
Yeah, honest, me, Michelle, Sharon, Mary. I think we're the only ones that have appeared, but yeah, there are going to be more people there. They've just not been able to make the lives.
Yeah, so someone's just messaged, "Are we live?" So do you want to look? Can you see who's messaged that? And I'll just whittle on for a bit. So
Jane.
yeah, they may be able to oh, she's saying, "Are you live in the event?" She should have just come onto the link, shouldn't she? So it's Jane messaging.
It's
Every time it flashes across my phone, and then I can't, yeah, it's just put me off. Anyway, but there we are then. So I'm grateful to you, Ray, really I am. I think there's about 16, 17 individual businesses coming over, and then with those businesses, so for example, Ascending Angels, Caroline Sharp will be working with Sue Benford, so there'll be 2 people working for under that Ascending Angels, and they're going to be doing Reiki for people channeled through the horses. So that's 2 people, but I don't know. I think everybody must be so busy preparing themselves that they've just not been able to connect with the online stuff. But I think it's still a great platform for us to come on and share what's happening. But yeah, there's going to be about 17 businesses, so I could reel them all off, but I'm not going to. If they didn't want to come onto the live, people can go into on my personal page. I've got a post that's been pinned to the top of my page since we sat together in your front room, Ray, and put the event together again. So that post is pinned up there. And I think what I've been doing with that post is I've been updating it as a new business comes on, and sort of pays the books on as a business. So I keep updating that post. So there's quite a few businesses on there. And then also I've been updating on that post as well about the tickets and how the ticket sales have been going. So all of those early bird tickets now have gone. That's it. They're finished, which we're really grateful for. So well done for people for having that intention, setting an intention early to say, this is what we're going to be doing. And what a risk, we're looking at the British summertime, like we said the other day, and some people back in, when did we do it? In March? Did we plan it in March?
Yeah, I think about March. I think it went up.
Yeah, so it went up about March. So that post has been sitting on the top of my page since March, and so people back in March were buying those tickets, not knowing what's going to be happening. You make a plan. You never know. They could have done a World Cup match on that Saturday, and then I wouldn't have been there. I've definitely been watching the World Cup, but yeah, we'd have had a big screen at the yard, wouldn't we? And it would have, because our football fever has got to me. But yeah, so I think that's so really my message tonight is, if you haven't got an entry ticket, you can either go onto the Eventbrite link right now and buy your entry ticket. If you want to book particular workshops, you can go onto the Eventbrite now and book those particular workshops. You can do that. Or you can come on the day, and you've got to have correct money really on the day. So you can come on the day and have the correct money for the gate entry, which is £11, and the workshops, which are £5. So you have to have the correct money really, because it's going to be really hard for me. I much prefer it to be cashless. I'd much prefer it to just all go straight into the Eventbrite link. But I do understand that for some people, Eventbrite link is not the way that they work, and that's totally okay. But please do have the correct money on the day. And that, I think, is going to be the same for all the therapists. So if you want to book a therapist, you need to have the correct money for that as well. So if you want to go and have a half an hour angelic Reiki reading with Ray Calnan, for example, then you need to have that correct money, which is £20, isn't it?
Yeah, it's £20, yeah, for 25 minutes.
Yeah. So the day could be as costly or as not so costly as you want to plan it. So I honestly believe that people will come on the yard, pay their entry, and will get such a brilliant vibe from just being on the yard. Don't feel that you have to do every workshop. You don't have to do every workshop. And I was just saying with you, Ray, if everyone books 4 workshops, I think they're going to be sort of
Oh,
over.
yeah, then they're going to need a lot of grounding afterwards. They
Yeah.
seriously will. They're not going to be able to drive straight away.
No, I think they're going to be, because the yoga's the last one, and I think, and we're not going to be leaving straight away. But I keep flicking things up, the stuff keeps coming through. But I think on my phone. But I think that, yeah, I mean, there is a time after the workshops. You know, it's not, we're not really closing down till sort of 4:30, I think it is. We were saying.
4:30, yeah.
Yeah, 4:30. So people be leaving the yard at about 4:30. But you know, I just think try not to just hop from one workshop to the other. Try to go and visit some therapies that you may not have heard of, or have something a little bit different. We've got, you know, lots of different things available. For example, Sharon has just reminded me to plug that she will be doing. Can you put it into better words than me, Ray? I thought Ray would read this out better than me.
Oh, okay. Oh, she hasn't. I don't think she's actually messaged. I think she messaged in the group.
Yeah, she may have messaged in the group, so you might
Oh,
be able to see it better than me. I haven't got my glasses on now.
let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, Sharon is going to be offering canine connection readings and canine conscious communication sessions for any dog lovers, as well as whatever else she's going to be doing on the day.
Yep. So as well as and the reason why she's so able to do these do the canine stuff is because she did publish a book with Becky last year, wasn't it, that book
Yeah.
came out, and it was all about having intuition and guidance from canines, which was a really great read, and Sharon was all about that, and kind of really getting into the consciousness of the dogs that Becky has, and her dog as well that she owned, and so all of that. So yeah, Sharon did just message, didn't she, to say
Yeah.
if you could give the canine conscious connections a plug. So yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, and I think another thing to say is, I mean, I've looked at the weather app a couple of times, and from what I can see, it's going to be a dry day on Saturday. So it's going to be a dry day. It's going to be a warm day. So plenty of water, so bringing lots of refreshments, and bringing yourself a packed lunch that's going to keep you going over the course of the day. Now, some people may only stay for a couple of hours, and some people might get on and then leave right at the very end. Either or is all okay. Everything's
Yeah.
really good, whatever people choose to do. But I think just making sure you've got enough refreshments if your intention is to stay there, so that it can keep you going, because when you do this type of energy work, it can make you quite hungry, and it can make you feel like you really, you know, you do need to re-energize. So really good healthy snacks and stuff like that, I think, is a really good idea. Lots of water, but you don't want to also drink so much water that you're actually flushing out your salts and fluids. So some
Yeah.
really good rehydrating drinks as well. So yeah, I think that's really important. The yard is a big open space, and it can just be tiring just being on it, because of, you know, you're out in the elements, and you know, you're out in nature, and with the weather, how the weather is, it can really make you feel quite tired as well. So a good sun hat is always a good idea as well. I'll definitely be wearing one of mine. So yeah, that's it really. That's really all my messages, I think,
Yeah.
for tonight.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And of course, the thing is, because you've got because there's parking as well, you don't have to carry all your food or your drinks about with you, or even a chair or anything. You can leave them in the car, and you can go back and forwards to your car as many times as you want. So you don't need to be lugging it all about with you.
No, no.
And so don't worry about that. And again, as Michelle said, dress for the weather, but come to enjoy yourself. Now, even if you decide, actually, I'm not going to go to a workshop, I don't even know if I want to have a therapy. I just want to plug
That's it.
into nature to
Yeah,
actually reconnect.
yeah.
Then, then you can do that. You just pay your £11 entry fee, and then for however many hours you want to be there, you can bring, a little bell tent if you want. You can bring a blanket. You can bring a chair. Just settle yourself somewhere down
Mm.
with your food and your drink, and just be
Just rest.
present.
Yeah, just rest and be. I'd love to do that. I'd
What
love
we
to
all?
just I'd love to just come on as me and be general public and just come on and just come in without any kind of, you know, like I need to be there and sort of, be a bit of a host or whatever. I just think I'd like to yeah, I'd like to come on as a member of the public. So that gives me I think I need to go and see if there's anything else around that's equivalent to what we're doing. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's my next venture is, and especially for me, because I always get ideas when I go to other places and see other things that I like. But a little secret that might come off, and I haven't really spoke about in the group, and I haven't connected Harley into our group, but my daughter Harley is a sculptor, and so she said she may come over and start sculpting one of the horses or making a sculpt and
Wow.
allowing people to come over and work with her sculpting tools and just show them, what working with clay feels like. So when I say she's a sculptor, her name's on the credits in films like Star
Exactly.
Wars.
Yeah.
My other daughter's just been over to Florida, and Harley said, "Oh, go and look at this and go and look at that. I made this and I made that over in Disneyland." And so she's quite creative. She's done a bit of Harry Potter stuff as well. And yeah, she's very creative woman, very creative person. And so she has made some suggestions that she might come over and set up a little creative stand for people to just come over and have a play with clay. So I think that would be a lovely
Oh,
thing
yeah.
do.
Yeah,
So
no.
fingers crossed we might have a bit of a ghost moment going on, right?
Excellent.
That's all I can think of when she's doing that phone.
What more
That
can you
trick's
want?
crazy, Demi Moore. Yeah. But yeah, no, she's pretty great at it. So I've got such a long list of what I would love her to be able to create at the yard. One of them is I always say that I would love a totem pole. So so she is very creative, and she could quite. I mean, she wouldn't be able to do that on a day, but it's something that I think for the future I'll be looking at too. I have to commission her though,
Yeah.
just like the rest of the world has to commission her. So I'll have to yeah, I have to get her over and give it get my mind sort of thinking about what I want and what animals I actually want. But today, whilst we was there with a really lovely school group, the horses were doing the work and working with the children. As I looked up in the sky, there was a huge bird of prey just circling above us with all the beautiful patterns, on the wingspan. And I looked up and I thought about my totem pole then. So yeah, so that
Yeah.
that might be on show at the
Yeah.
Feed Yourself Festival in a few
Well,
years' time.
whilst I was
Fingers
in
crossed.
Canada, I took loads of pictures of totem poles.
Oh, amazing.
So
Perfect.
there's lots of pictures you can get your ideas and
Yeah,
inspiration
perfect.
for,
Perfect.
and that. And Jane, the Reiki Angel, says that all sounds um amazing, and Jane will be there at the weekend on Saturday in the
Mm,
caravan. So
mm.
Sharon's going to be in the caravan doing her bits and pieces. Mary's going to be in the caravan doing crystal reading. So if you've actually got your own crystal, bring
Bring
that
it.
alone, and she'll see what message it's
Mm,
wants to tell you if you're not really sure. Jane is also there selling all her honey products. She's also going to be offering angelic Reiki with card reading. I'm going to be there offering angelic Reiki with an angel card reading. So if you can't get an appointment, I'm busy, then Jane will be there. And if Jane's busy, I'm there. So there's no way that you can miss having an angelic Reiki session this Saturday. Um,
Yeah.
if you want to pre-book with either of us or any of the therapists, then please do. But if not, and we've got space on the day, we will definitely see you, and you will definitely get benefit. Even though it's just 25 minutes rather than the full hour, you will get so much benefit from it. And of course, there are other therapies there, including there's card readings, room readings, canine companion connection, immunology readings, drumming,
Palm reading.
palmistry,
Palmistry, is that what it's called? Palmistry.
palmistry, yeah, runes,
There's
tarot,
shamanic healing, there's fascia massage, there's what's that thing on your feet? Reflexology.
reflexology.
That's that thing on your feet. There's reflexology. Yeah. So there's loads and loads of stuff going on. Loads and loads of stuff going on. So all really good. So I'm just
Yeah,
going to say again, reiterate again. I did a live earlier and posted it into this discussion on the event. But when you come onto the yard, drive slow. So we've got feral cats and a lot of long grass. So when you come onto the yard, if you can keep your car as slow as possible, the ground's slightly uneven as well. If you had a Ferrari, you wouldn't get very far. But it is, if you go slow, you're absolutely fine. And then, yeah, even when you're crossing the field, if you just cross over the field and park up, absolutely fine. Because if you are coming in a bit later as well, all the events are going to be going on the field, and you're still going to need to drive onto the field and park. So we need to be really, really mindful about the way we're driving our cars on and off of the event. That's it.
exactly.
That's
Yep,
it.
and James reminded us that there's going to be some angel wings there, so you can have a
Selfie time.
selfie. So if you came along to the midsummer event last year or seen our pictures, um, there's some angel wings there that you can
Wings, yeah.
yeah, that you can have. And if you're wondering about the workshops, then at 12:30 you've got a drumming workshop. 1:30 you've got the connecting and communicating with animals workshop. 2:30 you've got the crystal sound bath, and at 3:30 you've got yoga.
Perfect.
So you know,
Excellent.
all brilliant workshops. As Michelle said, ideally, don't try and do them all because you will need to make sure you are really grounded before you actually leave.
Yeah,
Um,
I think 2 workshops is plenty. I do think 2 workshops is plenty. Because it's a lot of time, isn't it, to sort of
mm,
be really keeping your focus and attention as well towards somebody. So, but yeah, if you've booked more, you've booked more. What can I say? But I would be looking at booking a couple of workshops and a therapy, and then having some chill time.
yeah,
That's fine.
definitely chill time. And of course, if you have got a dog, you are allowed to bring dogs, but they do have to be kept on the
Yeah.
lead because
Yes.
obviously there
Yeah.
are horses, alpacas,
Exactly that. So your
and
dog
cats
needs to
around.
be really, I mean, on the lead and firmly held. I mean, I would not be going in to rescue a dog if it got in with the horses. I couldn't believe, and my horses wouldn't be happy for that, and they'd definitely be chasing the dog out. So it wouldn't be a great thing, and I definitely wouldn't be putting myself in between my 500 kilo animals and a dog. I just wouldn't. So I'd be really, really, really mindful about whether it's the right place for a dog. And if the dog is at all anxious or anything like that and barking and upset, then obviously we'll be making a decision for the dog and saying, the dog needs to go home, because we don't want upset, unhappy animals
No.
with us on the yard, do we? And the alpacas as well. So if you do have a dog, stay away from the alpacas, because they just get very, very fretful. We don't mind dogs being on the yard, well behaved dogs on a lead, lovely quiet little dogs, what can we say? But obviously, really, you do really need to have your dog under control. That's it. It's so obvious, but
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I don't think there's anything else we've got to say. Obviously there are going to be items for sale there as well, so don't think it's just therapies and workshops. There are other things,
Crystal stands. Yeah, the
yeah,
crystal
crystal
stand.
settings and said the bee products, and I know there's some other products on
I
there
think
which I can't remember at the top of my
clever,
head.
clever wood, live wood for sale. I think somebody put that they're going to be selling wood. There's going to be birthing, drumming, promotion of that workshop that will be coming up in the future. One of the drumming ladies is going to be collecting, people's names for that workshop, and we're going to be promoting the other stuff that we'll be bringing in later in the year as well. So things like
Exactly.
tea with the angels and the horses
Yes.
and things like that we do, don't we? That we do on an
Yeah.
annual basis. So yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
so everyone watching, we will hopefully see you on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Even if you don't decide to have therapy with myself and you know me, then do come and say hello. Although why you want a
Of
therapy, I've no
course.
idea. But hey,
Yeah.
um, you might just want to chill. You might just want to chill out at the yard because it is an absolutely amazing, beautiful space to just be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love it when I go up there and I'm not doing anything in particular. I can just be. It's good.
Yeah, but it won't be like that tomorrow, Ray, because the
No.
caravan definitely needs a little bit of a whiz round.
Yes,
So,
I will be up there tomorrow. I'm doing some cleaning and tidying up. So,
and I think
um,
Jane's going to be joining us as well. So I think Jane will be there too. So yeah.
yeah, cool.
Okay.
Okay, oh, I just lost my earpiece then. So I'll see you, Michelle, tomorrow. Everyone else, we will see you on
Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay. Thank you,
All
Ray.
right. Take
Bye.
care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.